let's talk about Healthbae. So, what is Healthbae?
So I created a protein snacks business. Basically, from the eating disorder, I couldn't eat things that had dairy in them, like normal snacks and biscuits and stuff. So I wanted to create something where everything is dairy free, but also that women would associate the products with actual health and not feeling guilty, which is why I called it Healthbae, because people think, oh, health, you've got to have like apples and I don't know, flapjacks and healthy snacks, but actually health is about balance and you can have all different types of foods. And so I wanted to create something that was fun, like the packaging is really eye-catching, something which women would enjoy, and also that they could have on the go, versatile, take around with them and have within their everyday routine.
Nice. So, how does someone go about making an order? How do I make an order if I want to get my hands on one of these
So,
protein treats?
Darnell, if he wanted something, he would just come into my kitchen. But for everybody else, order online. So I sell on Etsy, TikTok Shop, Amazon, and on my website. I used to do a lot of like market stalls, but I stopped doing those and I now just do everything online. And I have some new products which are coming out, which I'm really excited about in about 3 weeks. So they will be really exciting, but I can't say too much about them now because they'll be released on Instagram soon.
We're gonna put your Instagram on the screen and again in the description, so you guys can go and follow Healthbae as well.
Yes.
So when did you start? When did Healthbae start?
2021.
2021.
So I was just like a little bored during lockdown. Obviously with the gym, I couldn't really do that much. Because couldn't have people in the gym. So I thought I really want to make just some protein products. I used to make them for me and my like ex-boyfriend. Like we used to make like cookies and like, you know, cupcakes and all that. And I started off selling at markets. So like in Brick Lane Market, it was fun, but it was also really difficult because you have to be a real like people person and have to communicate with people all the time. And also I think there's a lot more scope to expand the business online, and also you pay a lot for the stores and sometimes you don't get a lot out of it. So I think when you sell online, you know, it involves a lot of advertising, but you can hit a bigger marketplace for sure.
So what's the goal? Like where do you wanna take Healthbae? Let's say we're in 2024 now. Let's say 2029. Let's say we're in 2029. Where would Healthbae be? What's the vision?
So in the next 5 years, I really want to be available everywhere. Like I want to be available in your local cafe, in your local supermarket. I want people to actually, my goal really is for people to pick up the products and think of my story. Because that's why I'm really trying to emphasize the story that I had with my eating disorder. I really want women to actually have the message that that's why I include on my new products, nothing tastes as good as healthy feels. Because when I was during my eating disorder, there's this really good quote by Kate Moss, and I always had it in my screensaver on my phone, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. But that's not true. Actually, as I've recovered from my eating disorder, nothing tastes as good as healthy feels. And I really want to get that message across that women can, and even men, like men do buy my products, mainly women, they can eat these products whenever they want and they don't have to feel guilty about it. They can still go to the gym, they can still look the same. Like, I eat these every day and I'm not a big person, you know? So my goal is to be available everywhere, but also to deliver that message. Because I feel like if I've delivered that message even to one person, then I've done my job properly.
Nice. So, what advice would you also give like a woman out there looking to start their own business? Because you've got your own gym and you've also got the protein company as well. What advice would you give someone to start in? Because obviously you've done it more than once. So what's your biggest advice for a woman out there that wants to start their own brand or their own business?
I would say that you really need to make sure that you have the qualities to start a business, which is to be patient because things take time to build. It doesn't happen overnight, no overnight successes, that you believe in yourself, that you will get a lot of criticism. You know, a lot of people have criticized my gym, my protein business, but you want to stay true to the vision that you have in your head, because you can change the plan of how to get there, but don't change the goal. because you need to be really passionate about what you want to achieve, and then everything else becomes easy. So I would say that you need to make sure that you have those qualities in yourself in order to succeed. Because if you don't have those qualities, you will find it very hard to develop them throughout the journey. You want to make sure from day dot you really have something in mind that you want to achieve, and then, like I said, everything else becomes really easy.
Perfect. What's your personal favorite then in Healthbae? Like, if you had to pick, let's say top two, what's your top two? What treats would you go for?
So
personally?
I do different flavors of the protein bites. So they're like your regular, like traditional English Rocky Road, but with collagen protein added into it. So obviously that's really good for your hair, skin, nails. Especially during my journey, I found that particular thing was missing during my eating disorder. I had, obviously my hair was really dry and nails brittle. But I would say, everything's made with collagen protein. But the flavors that I like the most are the caramelized biscuit, because it tastes like Biscoff biscuit, and I love that. And also the double chocolate, because I feel like most men buy that actually. It's really weird because men prefer like the plainer chocolate ones. They don't like anything too fruity or fancy,
Just plain
bit
and
more
just to the point.
basic,
Yeah. I definitely get that.
Yeah.
All right, no, these look really nice. I've actually tasted them myself. They're actually really, really nice. And again, like Eron said, I'm fortunate enough to be around the gym, so I can just nitpick and have some here and there. All right, nice. So we've also got, again, our discount code for the podcast, if you're on the podcast, is TSM10, I want to say.
Yes.
TSM10. So if you make an order, make sure you input that online and make an order. Everything will be in the description. Is there anything else you want to add to the business? Anything else that we need to know?
No, only that I have the new products coming out. So
keep an eye out.
Yes, keep an eye out on Instagram, socials, and on my website, because I will be doing like a big release of those.
Nice.
And I have a really exciting show coming up in September where I'll be pitching my products to
Dragon's Den?
big. No, not yet. But maybe one day. I would love that.
You look back at this video and be like, yeah, you done it.
Yeah.
So talk to us about that. Where's that? Where's that in? Can you talk about that?
Yeah. So it's like a business to business show in the Excel Centre, and I'll be pitching to big companies. So I'm really hoping to even just to get my name out there. Sometimes I think it won't be an overnight success. I'm not just going to get something massive. It's not going to happen. But even if, you get something small and then someone actually believes in your product and then you get a foot in the door, that's exactly what you need. You just need one person to try the products and advertise it, or you just need one person to even use your services. And then that's word of mouth, and that is exactly what I am really looking for from the show, is to really grow the brand. Obviously, if I get something amazing, that's what I'm going in there for. But really to showcase my new products.
Nice. Cool. I want to finish with a question. So I know you're like a very, I think we both are, to be fair, like very ambitious person. Do you have like a turnover figure in your head where you're like, you have this figure in your head where you're trying to achieve, or is it not so much about figures, most about growing? What do you have, or do you have a figure in your head actually that you want to see where the business will go to, or like you hit that figure and you're like, yeah, wow, I actually done it?
Well, I've always wanted a £1 million business by the age of 30. And I've always wanted that. It might, it might not come from the one business. It might come from two businesses. But that's always been my goal. I think I've seen my dad achieve massive things in his life. And that is something that I want to do. But for me, and I want to be a female doing it, because you don't see a lot of females really. I think you do so more so nowadays, but you didn't back then. So I just want to be that independent businesswoman that
hit $1 million.
That hits $1 million. Yeah.
So you heard it her first. It's 2024. You're 26 at the moment. 2028. Arizona will be hit $1 million, and I honestly
it doesn't seem that long
know
away,
you would do it.
does
Yeah, we're getting old. We're getting old. But no, I honestly not even think I know that you would do it, just because I see how you work on like a day-to-day basis, and you're doing like really, really well. And you just have that mindset like it's gonna work, because you're just like, you see the vision and you actually work for it. Because a lot of people, they have like all these great things in mind, but I don't put in the work, but you actually put in the work. So I can't wait to see that
Thank you.
myself. But thank you guys for locking in. Number one, make sure you place an order and you sign up to the gym. You got to do both. Yeah. So thank you so much for coming on board.
Oh, thank you.
Once again, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys on episode number 5.
Thank
Peace.
you.